So friends, on behalf of My Retired Life Foundation, we extend all of you to a very yet another interesting program. And today's program is on a very, very important and crucial topic for all of us, and that's the meditation. As you know that we always talk about meditation. Many of us practice meditation, and all said and done, even the modern science has proved that the meditation has certain benefits on the body as well as on the cognitive abilities. To talk on this particular topic more, we have with us a very, very distinguished and eminent personality, Dr. Lalita, with us. She's an uh, expert in this particular area. Dr. Dhareshwar has been practicing meditation for the last more than 30 years, I'm given to understand. This program is organized through the initiative of the ITM Business School Wellness Center. And we have with us Dr. Preeti Narendra, who is the coordinator of the ITM Wellness Center. May I request Dr. Preeti to please introduce Dr. Lalita Dhareshwar and kindly take the program forward. Dr. Preeti, the floor is open to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Namaste to all. Let me just start with our wellness center first. I'll just talk about it. We started this wellness center long back in 2018, which was dream of our director, Dr. Lakshmi Mohan. And we do a lot of activities under this wellness center. It's a place for our staff, our faculty members and students to rejuvenate through peace and meditation. And we have a very long association with Heartfulness, and all our students undergo the process of meditation on a continuous process with the Heartfulness team. And every week we have heartful meditation in our campus. And now I'll introduce Lalita ma'am. Lalita ma'am is a PhD in physics from Mumbai University, and she joined BARC, and she's retired from BARC as head of physics department and she's currently also the president of Women Scientist Association. So I'll not take much of time. Thank you, Sengupta sir, for giving this opportunity, and welcome Lalita ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Preeti. And this is a really great opportunity for me to meet you all and lay before you some of my thoughts. I wouldn't say, I mean, it is a constant journey, meditation and our spiritual quest. It is an unending journey. So if you are there for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, it just does not matter, because even a lifetime is not enough for it. That's what I feel. And I came across this meditation when I was in my late 40s. And I really feel, I felt, oh my God, if I only had come across this in my youth, when I was much younger, I would have, learned much more, in life. But as it is said that you come across things or get things when they are supposed to come to you. So perhaps it was the right time for me to come across heartfulness meditation. And I have immensely gained from this entire thing. I mean, my life has taken a different shape, I would say. And as a scientist, and as as she said, Preeti said that I'm working for an NGO called Indian Women Scientists Association. So I was always thinking that I have got so much from the society. How do I pay it back? So when I came across this particular NGO, I was really extremely happy, because the way in which we are conducting science-based initiatives, it is reaching out to all different strata of society. So that was my greatest luck that I came across. And now I'm having these two arms, science and spirituality, by which I'm going through my life. And I would like to share you some of my thoughts. So I'll start sharing the screen so that the flow of my talk is kind of well directed. And finally, we will end it with the meditation. So let me share my screen. Preeti, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we are able to see, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So, so today we are going to talk on, topic which is reset, relax, and meditate. Why do I say reset, relax, and meditate? It's because in many ways I find that every step in our life is a resetting step where we keep on learning and kind of bring it into our lives, how best we can mold our lives, how best we can live a life. And through this, we will be experiencing heartfulness meditation today. And so today I'm really happy that my Retired Life Foundation has arranged this particular lecture, because I know that when you reach retirement on that day, many of my friends have told me, and I also did feel that there is a sudden change in our life. There is a very big paradigm shift in our lives. And it is something to do with the lifestyle management, perhaps. So I just thought that I will slightly give an alignment towards this lifestyle management and thereon move towards meditation, because this is a kind of a very important point in our lives when we retire, that how we take life. So let me change the slides. So before I start my talk, I would like to introduce you to our institute or our organization, which is called Heartfulness Organization. It is a institute. Heartfulness Institute offers a very simple and practical way to learn relaxation and heart-based meditation. And it is a non-profit organization and offers this method in over 150 countries throughout the world, and to academic institutions, schools, colleges, universities, government organizations, and corporates. Through our Heartfulness Education Trust, we reach out to schools and colleges with our numerous programs for the students as well as the faculty and the teachers. There are millions of heartfulness practitioners and over 13,000 what we call spiritual trainers worldwide. And it has no association with any kind of religion, and everyone is welcome to practice. It is a very simple and practical way to experience the heart's unlimited resources, which we sometimes in the throes of life, we miss out on this. So since I'm going to talk about, and we are in the phase of the retired life, all of us. So it is, what is this lifestyle? I mean, why this change in the lifestyle is seen at the moment of retirement? And what are we saying by the lifestyle? As per the definition of lifestyle, it is the way we live in physical sense, such as we have certain possessions, like you may have wealth, we may have property, we may have friends, circles, we may have, degrees and, position in society. But at the same time, it is also attitudes and what we carry within ourselves. And attitudes is a very, very broad kind of an umbrella under which many things come under that. For example, a style of living now, if you go into deeper aspects, it reflects the habits, the attitudes, our tastes, economic level, moral standards, values, etc., which together constitute the mode of living of an individual or a group. This word lifestyle actually was coined by a psychologist called Alfred Adler in 1929. I suppose, I don't know, before that, maybe people did not think of associating a lifestyle, because, I mean, after that, people talk about the bourgeois lifestyle, the ethnic lifestyle, and so many kinds of lifestyles. And everybody is kind of hooked onto this, and we are kind of labeled by these lifestyles also. And my observations, very important observations regarding this, that it has two components. What we are born with, which has something to do with the genetic pattern, and superimposed on that is the epigenetics. Epigenetics is something which comes later by we acquire where we live, how we live, effect of the family and surroundings. And all these things kind of make up a very complex structure, which is called that human being. So now let us see, for example, we are born with, a child is born with a base persona or base qualities, and what you acquire along the way of life, it leads to formation of several coverings of that basic personality, forming layers and layers of impressions, so that the original personality is almost lost. All the thoughts that we have, they arise because of our interaction with the outer world. We would not be able to think, at the moment we look at a tree, we will think, oh, this tree is so beautiful. I would say that, oh, I wish I could go and sit under that tree, or I wish I had that tree in my garden. So every kind of, your observation or your interaction with the world will give rise to some wish or some other way of interaction, like something which you like or which you don't like. There is a constant two-way traffic because of that between the external world and what we call the inner world. And that inner world is that base which I'm talking, the base personality with which we were born, or the whole, the essence of that being. And even beyond that, even below that, the base also is something which we are born with, which has some few layers. But even, the basic form, even before that, is something which is, none of us know about that. And the manner in which we handle situations in life, actually, that reflects our lifestyle in totality. Because persons who are from two different lifestyles, or who have two different kinds of attitudes, may, approach a problem in two absolutely different ways. If they are thrown in a very challenging situation, the two of them will take up this challenge in absolutely different solution, in a way, different way. Example, even in case of, in our commercial world, in marketing, where people are are totally involved in business, there may be one person who says, I win and you lose. But there are people who say, I win and you win. Both of us, it's a win-win situation. It's so different, where you try to find a solution to the same problem in two different ways, where you are thinking from your standpoint, the other person is thinking from both the standpoints. So what has happened? Why we have come up like this? Because of the thoughts and our interactions with the world, because each thought is like the seed and germinates when the right environment is provided. Like you see the fruit here, it has that pericarp, which is made up of exocarp, mesocarp, endocarp. All these layers and layers are over the seed. And why these layers are there? To protect that seed, because the most important and valuable thing in the entire plant kingdom is the seed. If we didn't have the seed, it would not propagate. Same way, there is something in us, a seed inside us, which is very, very important, which actually helps in the propagation of the humankind, not in this kind of physical world, but even in the nether world, you can say, or in the world which happens in the finer world, or in the sukshma world, So in the lifestyle managements, the actions that we perform with perfect alignment of the body, the mind, and the soul, these are the perfect actions. And this is the final, our goal of life. And that is what actually yoga teaches us. How you can be in balance with your own body, mind, and your inner being, that base which I was calling, which is called the soul in yoga. So the storehouse of emotional memories, the conditions, our interpretations of events, all these are going to form these layers. And it is as if we are seeing world through the colored glasses. So we don't see the world as it is, but because of our prejudices, our likes, our dislikes. So we never see the world in the true sense. So what do we do about that? So my master Daji says that the real unbiased vision sees things as they are, without the addition or subtraction, without judgment, without interpretation, at the emotional level. Real vision emerges when all filters are gone, and as per our shastras, this pure vision is known as darshan. So when we say darshan, it is actually, this is that darshan, when you actually see things as they are, in the broad sense. It is not just the darshan of God, of any particular being or any person, but it is a darshan means a real vision where you see things as they are. So now what prevents us from having this, having in the true sense, understanding or seeing things as they are? Because, this is a very interesting and a very funny presentation, I would say. I'm here in the present. My body is present, okay, but am I really there? You may be there in body, but either you are oscillating between the past or the future. But what is it that is oscillating? It is the mind. So there is a continuous oscillation between past and future and present. And this is like a pendulum which is oscillating. So it is only when you balance this mind and the body, and we are able to stay in one place together, then we can have this real darshan, when we are able to see things as they are. It's very interesting, if you actually think how many thoughts do we have in a day, you'll be surprised that for an average human being, there are almost 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts in a day. But are these thoughts leading to some meaningful activity? How many, if you think how many activities have I completed successfully yesterday or today, you will see, you will be able to kind of, count them on your fingertips, few of them. And you've had so many thousands of thoughts. So what is happening here? That means our thoughts are not actually being used in the right way. The focus is not there. And and that is what makes our, occupation or our activities not successful. And we as human beings, in anything that we do, any karma, in anything, if we have to be really successful, that focus has to be made and all the thoughts have to come together. And, from the physics point of view, it is like a entropy system, they say, when entropy of a system increases, like if you leave a gas free, it just moves out, and all the atoms or molecules, they go out of the that storing container, and they cannot be brought back. And what we call entropy of the system increases. That is the useless energy. And when the entropy of the human being increases, our useful energy decreases, and we are not able to do things in the right way. And that is where the meditation takes a very important part, and how it can guide us. For example, this is a very interesting picture which I came across, where somewhere there is a traffic jam, and this is how it looks like. So we are having a traffic jam continuously in our minds. And if we don't make pathways in this traffic jam for unnecessary vehicles to move out and give way to the main traffic, it will remain like this for very long time. It will be like this, what you are seeing here. It is, can anybody read this, or can anyone make sense of it? No, we can't make sense of this at all, because there is absolutely no, you cannot read the words. With great difficulty, maybe I can read, but we have to spend a lot of energy for that. But same thing when I put it in this format, with proper words, with the spaces between, I'm able to read the beautiful poem of Wordsworth's poem on daffodils. It's that beautiful poem which we have all learned in our schools, that I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. I think all of you must have read this. So now it makes so much sense. The same thing which was written without any gaps, how did it look? It looked like a total traffic jam. You can't make out anything. So what do? We have to come to a meaningful pause in our lives. This meaningful pause is what is most important, so that we give rest to that overburdened mind, and we try to create pathways through which unnecessary, draining kind of things, emotional burdens are let out, and we are able to lead life in a more meaningful way. So I came across this, that if you correct the mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. So actually speaking, if you see, I think mind is what creates havoc in all of us. If the mind is not in the right way, that you heard about that recent, that incidents of that youth in Texas, I think, who went into the school and just fired, at the small children and killed them just at point blank range with a gun which he had purchased, just an 18-year-old boy. I mean, how do you interpret this? So it is the mind which is creating this kind of an havoc. But when the mind is still and the heart is still, any difficult situation can be faced. If we become totally unbalanced in the mind, it is impossible to face any difficult situation in life. And our lives are continuously, filled with various kinds of difficult situations. Very nice situations, at the same time, very difficult situations. Perhaps I always feel, why is it that we are all the time facing this kind of difficulties in life? I feel that it is to teach us, and make us stronger, so that how I can face life by wasting minimum energy and creating a happiness within myself and the external world, where I can be in unison, be completely balanced. Perhaps that is why many of these situations come to us. So when we live by the heart, life is less complicated. If we live only by the mind, it becomes more and more complicated. And in my spiritual journey, my master has taught me that we of course need the brain, because all intellectual processes, they take place in the brain. But this brain has to be, we have to learn to regulate them through the heart, by the heart, because the heart, I'm not referring to the heart which is pumping the blood, not the physiological heart. When I say the heart, it is the seat of divinity inside us, or the very depth of us, or the very place where we exist, because without that we cannot exist. So it is that heart, the spiritual heart, which when it is used for all our living, and our life is directed, then our life becomes more meaningful. So our heartfulness, actually, we have our original guru. It has come from Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga, and it has been kind of mixed with Raja Yoga, and this heartfulness way has emerged and it has been brought out for the first time by our Adi Guru, Sri Lalaji Maharaj, whose name is actually Sri Ramchandra, and his Shishya, or his disciple, also was Ramchandra, but from Shahjahanpur, from another place. And after him, the third guru was Sri Rajagopalachari. And after that, the fourth guru, now the present guru, is revered Kamlesh Patel, and whom we call very fondly as Daji. So in Ashtanga Yoga, all these 8 aspects are integrated, starting from Yama, which is a good conduct, Niyama, regularity, observation, and Asana, the correct posture, and Pranayama, the breath control and regulation, Pratyahara, total withdrawal, Dharana, mental focus, Dhyana, meditation, and Samadhi, the original condition of balance. In heartfulness, we don't start from each one of them and go to the Samadhi or Dhyana, but we start with Dhyana. And the beauty of it is starting with Dhyana, all the previous angas of that, they automatically come into, they come into our lifestyle. So this is something which I have noticed, that without your going out of the way to try, all these things start, taking place, or they get integrated in your lifestyle. So when we come to dhyana or meditation, what is really meditation? Let us see. I'm just putting two, perpendicular axes. One is focus and focusless, effort and effortless. Now, this region where it is an effortless, focusless being, it is called, we call it daydreaming, where we are not bothered. I mean, we are just lazing in no, I have nothing to do on that day. I just want to take it easy. So what do? I just daydream. Oh, it's so nice. Maybe I could go here or there today, enjoy myself. So we are just thinking in my mind. But if you put effort, but it is not focused, it is focusless, it always leads to a lot of frustration. Like a student who is putting a lot of effort, but is not able to focus. And it leads to a lot of frustration. And when we show this diagram to the students, which I always show to our ITM students, they are very thrilled, because they immediately they're identifying themselves with any of these, conditions. They say, yes, we have experience. Now, if you have an effort, put an effort and focus, you are able to concentrate. But there is a region where an effortless focus is produced. This is called meditation. Have you seen these great singers who are singing and enjoying and they're lost in their own music? It is an effortless focus on that music, and actually they are in a state of meditation. The painters, the architects, the sculptors, all these people who are bringing so much of creativity out of themselves, even the scientists, when we are looking into something in a very deep fashion, we are in a state of meditation. So when we try to tell people what is meditation, I found this is the best way to tell, because otherwise it is a very, it is an abstract world. When you say meditation, it becomes very abstract. But I can make it very, it can be related to all our lives through this particular diagram. So, but then the question comes, why do we need to meditate? Everybody is saying nowadays meditation has become very popular and people are doing yoga and meditation. So as I said, it can give rise to a lot of focus in life, which I have personally felt that it is true. And I have been able to do my work as a scientist in a much, much better way after I started meditation. And concentration, balance in life, even our memory can improve. There is a clarity of thought, better sleep, and better productivity. All these things are integrated when we start meditation. But it is not that is only the external things that we are looking for. Now, because I never share this with the younger people because they will never understand, but I think all of you, I think we have all kind of come across this, that it is not just the physical body that we have, which is called the sthula sharir, but we have our subtle body, which is consisting of the mind, the intellect, buddhi, ahankar, and consciousness, the chit, so which form part of the subtle body. And even in that, the inside of that, the very base of that is the karana sharir, and even below that is the very atman, which is there. So there is a continuous, kind of dialogue happening between the subtle body and the physical body, as I show here with the two arrows. And whatever happens in the subtle body, it affects the physical body, and what happens in physical body affects the subtle body. And that is how many doctors have said that even before diseases manifest in the physical body, they have already started in the subtle body, because of the way in which we lead our life, the way in which our lifestyle is going on. So because of excessive worries, because of excessive fears, because of so many reasons are there. So if we have to have a spiritual evolution, what is needed? It is a process of evolving from the lower, heavier, more complex state to the absolute and the purest state of the consciousness. And heartfulness spiritual practices are designed to help our consciousness expand and evolve to the absolute potential. So as I said, from these, how do we expand our consciousness so that we are able to kind of understand beyond ourselves, because we are now restricted to understand even what happens within us. We are not able to understand, leave alone others. So how is it, why is it that even in a family, we are not able to understand our own children, our own husband, brothers, sisters? Because our consciousness has not, we are not trying to expand our consciousness. And if we do that, then relationships, family relationships, outside, everything becomes much, much better. For example, during the, let me just, I'm not able to read the top portion. During the meditation, this is very important, I want to share with you. There is, in our heartfulness meditation, there is what is known as transmission, which is a subtlest form of energy, of the cosmic energy, which touches the very soul and creates a stir. See, we eat food for the body, we read and get knowledge for the mind. Then we get, for our intellect, we try to do many other things, like, we try to find how we can sharpen our intellect. But if the body and mind are in resonance with this vibration, which creates that stir, as it moves out, then as it moves out, it amplifies and guides all our actions in the perfect manner. So our Adi Guru actually was able to attract this or get this transmission and transmit to all the people who are, trying to meditate. And what is that stir created by Pranahuti? Actually, if you see, it is the purest form of love. So if we are able to kind of send these vibrations of love everywhere around us, life would become beautiful. When we operate in every sphere, creating the base of love, there will be a paradigm shift in our consciousness, leading to a higher and nobler lifestyle, level of lifestyle. An increase in the potency of our being, our ability to work in any environment. And the ultimate test of the lifestyle management is how I operate when I'm alone, when I'm unwatched, unnoticed, no one to catch me. That is actually the, test. What is my real, character that I can, that is what tests my character. So the highest levels of performance come to people who are centered and intuitive, creative and reflective, the people who see problems as opportunities. This was told by Deepak Chopra in one of his talks, and I liked it very much. That's why I'm noting it down here. And when I give prominence to I and mine, then togetherness is lost and relationships are forgotten. When we give prominence to we and ours, then the whole thing changes. So we must manage our lifestyle by sincerely meditating. And here I want to give you what is lifestyle management in a very capsule before we start meditating, which I liked very much. I'll just share this 3-4 minute video. I think we have a lot of time. So I'll play this video now. Preeti, are you able to hear the sound?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
जिंदगी की हकीकत को बस इतना ही जाना है, दर्द में अकेले हैं और खुशियों में ज़माना है। इंसान के जीवन में 3 चीज़ें बड़ी उलझी हुई होती हैं, दिल, दिमाग और तकदीर। हम इंसान में कितने अजीब हैं ना, जो लेकर जाना है उसे छोड़े जा रहे हैं और जो यहाँ रह जाना है उसे जोड़े जा रहे हैं। बोल मीठे ना हो तो हिचकियाँ भी नहीं आती, कीमती मोबाइल पर घंटियाँ भी नहीं आती। घर बड़ा हो या छोटा, अगर मिठास ना हो तो इंसान तो क्या, चींटियाँ भी नहीं आती। प्यार बांटा तो रामायण लिखी गई, संपत्ति बांटी तो महाभारत लिखी गई। कल भी यही सत्य था और आज भी यही सत्य है। बुद्धिमान इंसान आपका दिमाग खोलता है, सुंदर इंसान आपकी आंखें खोलता है, लेकिन प्रेम करने वाला इंसान आपका हृदय खोलता है। इंसान एकमात्र ऐसा प्राणी है जो गिरना चाहे तो जानवर से भी नीचे गिर सकता है और उठना चाहे तो देवताओं से भी ऊपर उठ सकता है। हर कोई चाहता है यहाँ कि सब उनकी तारीफ करें, लेकिन ये इच्छा इस दुनिया से रुखसत होने के बाद ही पूरी होती है। वक्त दिखाई तो नहीं देता, पर बहुत कुछ दिखा देता है। अपनापन तो हर कोई दिखाता है, पर अपना कौन है ये वक्त ही बताता है। जिनको खुश रहना है वो ये देखें कि 2 दिनों के बीच एक रात है, और जिनको उदास रहना है वो ये देखें कि 2 रातों के बीच एक दिन है। हर किसी के अंदर अपनी ताकत और अपनी कमजोरी होती है। मछली जंगल में दौड़ नहीं सकती और शेर पानी का राजा नहीं बन सकता। हर किसी की अपनी खूबी है, अपनी अहमियत है। परेशानी आए तो ईमानदार रहिए, धन आए तो सरल रहिए, अधिकार मिलने पर मौन रहिए और क्रोध आने पर शांत रहिए। यही है जीवन का सही प्रबंधन। इच्छाओं के रहते यदि प्राण चले जाए तो वो हुई मृत्यु, और प्राणों के रहते इच्छाएं चली जाए तो वो हुई मुक्ति। अगर आप वो चीजें खरीदते हैं जिनकी आपको जरूरत नहीं, तो जल्द ही आप वो चीजें बेचेंगे जिनकी आपको जरूरत है। जिंदगी निकल जाती है ये ढूंढने में कि ढूंढना क्या है, और अंत में तलाश सिमट जाती है इस सुकून के साथ कि जो मिला है वो भी कहाँ साथ लेकर जाना है। हमेशा टूटने का मतलब खत्म होना नहीं होता। कभी कभी टूटने से जिंदगी की नई शुरुआत भी होती है। जब ऊपर वाला आपसे कुछ वापस लेता है तो ये मत समझना कि वो आपको दंड दे रहा है। हो सकता है उसने आपका हाथ खाली किया हो पहले से कुछ बेहतर देने के लिए। मजबूत इंसान को देखकर लोग सोचते हैं कि ये कभी टूटता क्यों नहीं, लेकिन लोग ये नहीं जानते कि बहुत टूटने के बाद ही वो इतना मजबूत बना। सब कुछ हासिल नहीं होता जिंदगी में। किसी का काश और किसी का अगर रह ही जाता है। जितना है पास उसका मजा लीजिए, चाहे जिधर से गुजरिए। एक मीठी सी हलचल मचा दीजिए। लोगों की बातों को दिल पर न लीजिए। लोग तो अमरूद खरीदते हैं ये पूछकर मीठे हैं ना, और फिर खाते हैं नमक लगाकर। लोगों की बातों को दिल पर न लगाइए। खुश रहिए, बिंदास रहिए। सबका ख्याल रखिए और अपना भी ख्याल रखिए। हमेशा मुस्कुराते रहिए, कभी अपने लिए तो कभी अपनों के लिए।
So something which I really liked, in this, it shows the very essence of our lives, I think, how we lead lifestyle. So let us now come to heartfulness meditation. See, the heart is the seat of the human character, and by meditating on the heart, we bring about the real inner change. We will be doing relaxation first, and then I will actually walk you through meditation. But before I start meditation, I want to, before I do the relaxation, I would like to tell you how you have to do the meditation. So I'll show you a small video here on how to do the meditation.
Meditation is ideally done before sunrise. Sit comfortably, gently close your eyes and relax. Gently make a supposition that there is a divine light in your heart. Do it in a quiet, simple, and natural way without forcing your mind. Never mind if you do not see the light there. Try to be unmindful of the thoughts arising at that time. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your heart. Meditate for 30 minutes to an hour. After the meditation, observe your inner state for a few minutes. It is recommended to make a note of your observations and thoughts after the meditation.
So I think now we can start our relaxation. And I think you followed the meditation. It is very simple. After relaxation, again, I will give you the instructions for meditations. Please sit in a very comfortable posture. You can move your body if you feel tired. There is no problem in that. Close your eyes very gently. Just feel the energy from Mother Earth moving up your feet, relaxing them completely. Every muscle and bone in the feet is getting completely relaxed. Now the energy is moving slowly up the legs, the calf muscles and the knees, relaxing them completely. Feel the energy moving up from the knees, up the thighs to the waist, relaxing your body completely. Feel the energy moving up from the stomach, from the front, relaxing all the muscles in the front portion of your body, up to the shoulders. Now feel the energy moving up from the back side, up the back, slowly up to the shoulders, relaxing every muscle and every bone. Now your shoulders have become so relaxed, so light, they are almost melting away. Feel the energy moving down through your arms, through the upper arm, the elbows, the lower arms, the wrist, the palms and the fingers, relaxing the entire arms, making them absolutely free. Now feel the energy moving up from the neck, Slowly relaxing your neck muscles up to the jaws, relaxing the jaws, slowly up to the face, relaxing your jaws and all the muscles on your face. Have a gentle smile on your face as the facial muscles are getting relaxed. The lips are getting relaxed, the cheeks are getting relaxed, the eyes, the eyebrows, temples, the forehead, the ears are getting totally relaxed. Now you feel the energy moving upwards to your head, the top of the head, relaxing your entire head and the brain inside, the mind inside. Feel all the unnecessary thoughts going out of the mind, relaxing you completely. You are here and only here, totally focused in this moment. Your entire body is relaxed from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Now gently bring your attention to your heart. The heart, which is the seat of divinity. Feel the presence of divine source of light within the heart. Feel the attraction of that source of light. It is attracting you within itself, towards itself. Stay focused on this divine source of light in your heart. If thoughts come in your mind, just ignore them. Just feel presence of divine light. And let us stay in this for the next few minutes till I say that's all. So let's begin our meditation. That's all. Now you may open your eyes very gently. So this is a very short meditation session that we had. I think only about 15 minutes. And in fact, if you have to really feel the effect of meditation, a minimum of half an hour, I think, is needed. Yeah, minimum of half an hour. So if you are all interested, we could have further sessions. In fact, in Heartfulness, how it goes is like this. We have 3 days consecutive sessions, one after another. And after those 3 days, the people who are doing meditation, they become tuned to that. They get completely tuned to that pranahuti. So it is most, beneficial if you do that in 3 days. But of course, it all depends upon you. So you can tell me anytime and we can follow it up. And let us become true seekers in the sense, we have been seeking happiness in life, but happiness always is accompanied with sadness. That is what I've seen, because they are opposites. But if we are true seekers of joy, then I think that will become the, it will be a really fulfillment of our lives. So I think with this, let me complete this session. If any of you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, ma'am. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice session.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Ma'am, I am
Yes.
R.K. Modi speaking.
Yes.
As you said that this should be done in the morning.
Thank
Yes.
you, ma'am. Very nice session.
Yes. That is what I wanted. Today we have done it in the evening. Really speaking, no, there is no such thing as we have to do but the morning time, in our daily sadhana, like I get up by about 4 o'clock or so, morning, 4:30. So I do about 1 hour of meditation, generally from 5 to 6 or so. So it is very essential, early morning is the time when the whole nature is in balance. When when the day meets the night and the night meets the day, they say. And it is at that time when doing the meditation, our mind can come very quickly into this state of meditation, very quickly. So it is always prescribed that we must do meditation in the morning. But of course, when we have gatherings like this, then to introduce you to meditation anytime, that is okay. There's no problem. But then our daily sadhana, if it has to be done in the morning. And in our heartfulness sadhana, actually spiritual sadhana, it is not just meditation. We have many other, as many other parts of that also, which we follow. Like we have what is known as evening cleaning, because there is no time to describe to you now. So if you arrange more sessions, I can go deeply into this and tell you that what is this cleaning all about, how we can improve our, how we can get rid of all these impressions and the load of samskaras which are sitting on us like heavy weights, how we can get rid of them, how we can become free beings, so that the joy of meditation can be really felt. And that meditative state is what is very important. It cannot be described. It can only be felt. And how do we carry that meditative state throughout our life, throughout our daytime? These things, by doing it, practicing it day and night, we come to really understand.
Madam,
Yes.
If somebody is not able to do in the morning,
Yeah.
will it be advisable to do in the evening?
Yes, you can do in the evening also. See, according to our Shastras, there are several times which are called the Sandhyas, you know. Sandhya is when the state of balance in nature, like early morning, 3 o'clock is when Brahma Muhurt, they call it, when the state of balance is there. And
Right.
this balance is also seen in your body also. We are, after all, the reflection of nature. So if the meditation is done at that time, when the state of balance prevails in the nature, the state of balance in us also can be brought about more easily. That is why they say that certain times are very good. And if it is not possible in Brahmurti, that is very early in the morning. So one can do early morning before sunrise, because once sunrise takes place, a lot of disturbing things start happening, a lot of
Correct.
movements, things like
Yes.
that. Evenings, what happens is evenings are also kind of driven by many other things which are happening around us. So that silence is not there. So meditation is very effective if we do it early in the morning. But there is nothing like, I mean, you have to do in the morning. You can do it in the evening also. Actually speaking, as you keep doing meditation, then you will find that you keep remaining in the meditative state most of the time. So evening, morning, all these things also kind of go away from your, you don't give importance that this has to be done only at this time and things like that. But when we start, the discipline is very important for everything. That is and my master says that it's not just morning. He says, keep the time same. Keep the time same for all your sadhanas, all the angas of the sadhanas. Then that gives a very important, it gives a kind, what you call, gives a bio automation, they say. That means if you eat at a particular time in the morning breakfast, every day, you will start feeling hungry at that time. The body demands that. If you eat lunch at a particular time, you will feel hungry at that time. Similarly, if you do meditation at the same time, you start getting into that frame of meditation without much difficulty. You almost kind of get drowned in that meditation without much trouble. And that is the importance of the time that you follow and the discipline that we follow. So, and 1
Thank
hour
you.
is prescribed because, see, just now we did hardly for 15 minutes. It is not possible to go into the meditative state with 15 minutes because we are still, surrounded by so many thoughts that we are not able to come out of that. It takes nearly half an hour to actually get into ourselves. So minimum half an hour is needed for any meditation session. That is, yes, sir. Any other questions?